Hey guys, my name is Brooke and I go by Plant Mama Unhinged. Today we're going to be talking about 6 different plants that have been really catching my eye in my collection. Stay tuned if you want to see some cool plants. Okay, so these 6 plants that I brought out here today are plants that I've actually had for a while now. Only one of them is one of the new ones that I've gotten in my new unboxing video that I just posted. But a lot of these I've had. I'm just still in all of them, even after I have had them for such a long time. A couple of them are little planty projects that I've done, but let's just get right into it. So let me start with this one. First up is my Sansevieria starfish. I know that there's probably a better botanical name for it, but I don't know it. I will be putting those down in the corners. This one has just been really catching my eye lately. This is the newest growth. This was the last newest growth right here, and as you can see, like it definitely, so it goes like catty corner. As you can see, it definitely jumped up in size with this growth. I'm hoping that this new one is gonna be as big as this one, but I might need to repot it. It does look like the soil is a little bit dry. It sits in my south-facing window. I found that it actually, so when it grew this one, it was in a east-facing window. And when I put it in after that, before I even got this new growth, I put it in my south-facing window, and that's when I got this big guy. I got it about a year ago, and I did repot it once I got it because the edges were digging in just like this one is. But if you look down here, you can see, you might be able to see this new little pup coming up. I did propagate it. I cut off 2 of the little pups. I gave one to my cousin for her baby shower as just like a little plant baby gift, and then I kept one and it's in there. But this one, I just don't know. This one has just been really catching my eye. I love the way it's shaped like this. It's just so stinking cute. I don't know. The way that I take care of it, I definitely water when the soil is 100% dry, maybe even a little bit after it's been dried out for quite a while. And if anybody knows, I don't know if you can see in the video, and I hope that it's focusing, what this little sap stuff is that's coming out, let me know, because I have no clue, and I'm hoping that it's not anything that I'm doing wrong. It's pretty sticky too, so that is plant number 1. So the second plant that I'm going to be showing you is a little plant project that I put together. I have 2, technically 3 little plant projects I have put together in here. This one is honestly by far my favorite one. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. It is my, what's that called? Pothos. Just a little pothos project I did. So we have a pothos, pearls and jade. We have a neon pothos in here, and then also a golden pothos in here. I actually got this idea from this plant video girl that I watch. Her name is Mariah Grows. That's where I got this idea from, and I was like, that would be so cute. And I was actually, I'm not gonna lie, kind of getting a little bit bored with just these 3 in a separate pot. And honestly, to save space and to be able to have more plants, I just combined them. I just combined them. And so they have been doing really well. All of this right here is new growth. This is actually a propagation pothos that I took from my pothos in the kitchen. So I had successfully rooted that. That one did really good. I bought this one at a hippie street fair in Springfield, Ohio, and then I bought this one in a little plant store down in Cincinnati. I actually paid too much for this one, I'm not gonna lie. I was still plant illiterate, and I can't believe I paid that much for it. And it was this little once I bought it. But my neon pothos has been a really slow grower for me, and honestly, the pearls and jade has been doing a little bit better, but my golden pothos, that thing just grows like a weed. But I'm really proud of this project. Honestly, these need watered right now too. I wanted to make this video before I did any plant chores. But this is just so cute to me, so just aesthetically pleasing to the eye. But you can only do this, if you're new to plants, you can only do something like this if they have the same plant care requirements. So pothos, 9 times out of 10, they are gonna be the same care needs, you know, bright and direct light, watering once the soil is completely dry, stuff like that. So that is my second plant. My third plant is a new plant. It is one of my new plants that I got. It is just really, it just still blows me away, and I just cannot believe that I have it. It is this Alocasia black stem. I cannot believe that I have, oh my gosh, that better not be what I think it is. I just cannot believe that the stems are so dark. I haven't really had it long enough to know too much about the care requirements. I did just water it. As you can see, some of the roots are growing out of the bottom. I should have let it dry out, and I honestly probably could have repotted it, but I just wanted to let it get just a little bit more acclimated to my environment. I don't know if these leaves will ever uncrinkle. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. I actually haven't done a lot of looking into, you know, mature plants or anything, but this leaf looks pretty uncrinkled to me. Like, it looks pretty stinking good. But I just can't get over the stems. I can't get over the black veins underneath. I honestly can't stop picking it up and looking at it and cleaning it. I just can't get over this one. I'm very impressed with how the stem turned out. Now that I'm looking at it though, it looks more violet, especially with the flash from my phone on it. But really during the day it does look straight up black. So I can definitely see why they call it an alocasia black stem. So that is plant number 3. Plant number 4 is definitely, it's another little planty project. I've never put anything on a pole. This is technically not even on like a moss pole or anything. It's just on like a bamboo skewer. And I was hoping that the leaves would get very, very big, but they honestly have kind of gotten a little bit smaller. And I think it's because it's not on a pole that has like moss, so that the roots can actually grow into it. Here is my pothos. I think it's either called a Hawaiian pothos or a golden pothos high color. I've seen it called a golden pothos high color at a couple plant stores, but then when I googled it, it said a Hawaiian pothos. But then sometimes Google isn't right, so I might listen to the plant stores. But this is just my little baby. As you can see, it has a new leaf, and I've just been kind of, yeah, that is duct tape, but I've just been kind of, as it's growing up, I've been putting the new leaves up and just training it to grow this way. It's actually a cutting from this plant, so that is the mother plant. I don't know if you guys can see that back there, but this is just very impressive to me. Hopefully I'm getting a really good view of it. I love, this is the biggest leaf, but this was this big once I cut it off. I think it only had these 3 bottom leaves when I first cut it off of the plant. So this leaf up is all new leaves, and I've just been growing it in sphagnum moss with perlite at the bottom. Honestly, I probably do need to repot it. I don't know if you guys can see all the roots in there with the sphagnum moss, and I do need to repot it just because of the algae that has been growing in here. But it sits in my east facing window. I water it when the top of this soil is like all the way dry, and I make sure to look in here so that this the sphagnum moss is all the way dry. And I make sure to look in here too to make sure that not most of it, but some of the sphagnum moss in here is dry, because I don't want to waterlog it. I don't want to drown it. So, but no, I am very proud of this plant. This was like my first plant that I put in a pole. I actually have a Monstera adansonii that I have on a pole. Honestly, I think I need to chop it a little bit just so that it either stays on the pole, or get a longer pole, you know, who knows. But I'm just so proud of this plant. I love to take it down all of the time and look at it and just admire it, and I love watching the new leaves come. But as you can see, what I was talking about, the leaves seem to be getting smaller. So like I said, the bottom 3 or 4 leaves were the first ones, but see, like, if you can see how big this leaf was compared to how small these leaves are. I don't know why it's doing that. I might have to get like a sphagnum moss pole, and I can put this little baby in soil. There goes a fungus gnat, gosh. I might have to put this baby in soil and put a moss pole on it so that it can grow giant leaves and take another top cutting. I don't know if I want to do that though. I do love how cute this thing turned out, and I love all of the variegation in my pothos. That is honestly my favorite pothos out of all the 6 that I have, and I am just in love with how high colored it is and just how gorgeous this, especially this where it's almost like white. I love that. Okay, so my 5th plant, I'm going to show you the other one last. It's a cute little tiny plant. My 5th plant is a big plant. It is actually one I just gotten recently. It's been here for about, I'd say, a month. It's new to me, very new to me. I actually haven't had one of these ever until now. I've always seen them, seen them in the big box stores, but I finally pulled the trigger on one. It is my Dieffenbachia. I think it's a Dieffenbachia Tiki or a Dieffenbachia Camouflage, but I absolutely fell in love with this, just the print of it. I'm starting to think that it needs to go in a brighter window. I have mine in an east-facing window, but the east-facing window does have an awning over it. It's my front porch. But I am in love with the variegation on this plant. I just, like, if you look at this leaf, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like, wow, can you even believe that? I don't know, it's just crazy to me. I just saw it and I'm like, I have to have that. I didn't even care if I could take care of it. I didn't even care about any of that. I was like, I need this plant. I mean, I guess I did care because I wanted to make sure that I could take care of it. But like I said, in my last video, I watch videos just as much as I want to make them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly watching plant videos all day just to better take care of my plants. And if you see here, that's definitely got a new leaf. So I must be doing something right. It was not like that when I bought it. This leaf was like that when I bought it. It was kind of bent down. I'm hoping that it doesn't die off on the end because I don't know what I'm gonna do once it does that, because that's a pretty big freaking leaf and I'm gonna be very sad. But yeah, this is just, I can't get over the variegation. It looks like a little Dalmatian. I just can't, and I can't even think about it anymore. Every time I look at it, I just go crazy because it is just so beautiful. But I don't know, this leaf was pretty white when I bought it. But now that it's in this kind of darker east face, but it was in a freaking big box store with like no light, just like artificial light. But I don't know. So if the new leaf comes out a little bit darker, then I will definitely probably have to move it into a window that gets a little bit more light. Because I don't want it to lose its variegation. I don't want it to lose the whiteness on its leaves. Like, I really liked how white it was. Just how bright it was. I'll probably try to put in like a snippet here or here of like what it looked like before I even bought it from the store. I took a picture of it on the ground. But like this one, I guess likes moister soil. I probably should water it a little bit more thoroughly than I did last time. I was just scared I was gonna overwater it. But it is doing great and it is thriving. It is just looking good. I'm very proud of this plant. So, okay. So my last plant is actually some corms from one of my favorite plants that I have successfully grown. I sprouted them in sphagnum moss. I got them to pop up their little leaves in sphagnum moss. I took off all the moss and I moved them into leca and I put them in this cute little cup. It is my Alocasia Black Velvet. This is the newest leaf, so obviously it is sizing up. So there's two different corms in here. Let me try to separate them. Oh, well, it's not working. I definitely have it facing the window all the time. I don't really feel like trying to break its neck, trying to turn it around. But so these two are from the same corm. So obviously it is sizing up, and I'm so excited to see what it's gonna be like and how big it's gonna get. And I just decided to put it in this little wine glass. I thought that was the cutest little thing. And then these two are from the same corm as well, which I'm kind of confused at how this one got so big out of nowhere. I don't understand it. I don't get how that one got so big. But this one is the second corm I said with the smaller leaves. It's actually growing a new leaf. So I just noticed that as I'm sitting here talking about the plant. I just noticed it, but I'm hoping that it's as big as this leaf or bigger. I don't know, but I love leca. I love growing plants in leca. I mean, I know that some people say that it's high maintenance because you have to flush it out all the time. Don't care. My plants do great in it, especially my alocasias. Like, I remember when I first got the mother plant, and plus, I have like 4 more corms back there that I'm growing of Alocasia Black Velvet. And I have 7 corms of Alocasia Polys. I should have included that one, but that, I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to circle it or something in the video. That is the aftermath of what happened when I repotted my Alocasia Poly. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But anyways, my husband's mad at me for it. But so this, I can't believe it. I'm actually very proud of myself for, I'm actually very, very proud of myself for successfully growing a corm. I'm not gonna lie, this took about 6 months to get to this, the leafage. And I don't know. It took me a long time, and I'm very proud of myself for sticking with it. I did end up throwing away, well, because I harvested a lot of corms from that plant, like tons. This is 1, 2, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more back there. That's 7, and I probably threw away about 4. Because I just didn't think they were going to grow. So I just kept a couple that I wanted to keep a test run with, and maybe not a couple, 7, I guess, obviously, but a couple of 7 that I wanted to keep a test run with, just to see if they were going to grow. And my patience wore off. My patience, pulled through. My patience paid off. There you go. My patience definitely paid off. This is by far the prettiest leaf out of this little bunch. I might have to, not yet. It doesn't even look like it's starting to get root bound. If you look under there, you can see some of the roots starting to circle up a little bit at the bottom, not much at all. Tomorrow I'll probably have to definitely put the other 3 little ones that have already sprouted into leca, or because they're in fluval stratum. But they're doing great too. I just want them to have a little bit more roots before I put them into leca like these did. But this, I'm just so proud. It looks like I'm taking a little drinky poo. But yeah, so these are the 6 different plants that have really been catching my eyes lately. If you guys want to see more plants, if you guys want me to do a houseplant tour, you honestly don't even have to tell me to do a houseplant tour, because I probably will be doing one here in the near future when I have the time. I've just been really busy with work and my side job and stuff, so. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. I love talking about plants. I love looking at plants. If you guys have any planty questions, I don't have any social media. I do have Pinterest. I'll have to post that down below. But yeah, if you guys have anything you guys want to see, anything you guys want to know, if you want me to do some specific plant care videos, I can definitely do that for you. So like this video, subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you.